Yeah, I was actually saving this news. There's been a lot of news coming out lately. But I was actually saving this. This actually was said a couple of weeks ago. Um, Richardson Hitchins been giving out some good information as far as on fighters. You know, he has a relationship with Tank Davis as well as Shakur Stevenson, and he's had some good information on as far as guys' mindset and how they think. But he has a different relationship as far as with Keyshawn because he's a competitor all the way around as far as with Hitchens. And he tells the truth on most things as far as skills, how he feels as far as towards fighters and the skill set, how good they are. He knows that Shakur Stevenson is an animal, but he said, to in the sport, he's here to make sure that his family is set and everything, and that's the goal. And him and Shakur Stevenson, if they were to fight, he would definitely like to have that fight. It would lead to life changing money for both of their families, and would be able to help them. So why would he not accept the fight that will be able to help both of those guys, Shakur Stevenson and as well as him, in the sport of boxing, as well as outside the sport with their families and everything. That's what they fight for, and it makes a lot of sense when he says that it's what everybody wants to hear. Now I'm gonna say this right now. This is what everybody wants to hear. Keyshawn say about Shakur Stevenson. I know they've had words recently, subliminals and just quotes and everything out there thrown out there, but Hitchens is a different kind of guy. I know he talks trash and goes at fighters, Haney and everybody else. But like I've said before, he does certain things to where he separates himself from a lot of guys. He talks just as much as everybody else. But the thing about him is he's still fighting. He's still getting in the ring. And for him to say that he want to fight Shakur Stevenson, that makes me a little more enthusiastic about where his career could go. That lets me know Hitchens is a dog for real. I already knew he was a dog, but when he said this recently, that let me know that he is really not trying to be second fiddle to anybody. And I'm gonna tell you why it's a good thing, because him trying to not step on anybody's toes could affect his legacy and his career, and he could have some what ifs or maybes, or maybe I should have did this. And I know me and this guy is friends, but that was the biggest fight at the time, and a lot of these guys, they making noise like me and my friends are, or guys I have relationships with. Maybe we need to, do some things like Zab and Floyd did, because no matter where you are in certain situations or in careers, Rolly and Ryan were friends, are friends at certain points. And we seen how that fight just went recently. It was talked about, and those guys were not fighting like they were friends, and it was something that needed to be shown as far as for the sport of boxing, to show how great each other is, or compare other performances and careers. It's a big thing. And for Hitchens to actually go out here and say this about Shakur Stevenson, we need people out here challenging Shakur Stevenson like this. It's sad that one of his friends is one of the first guys that's like really stepping to him and not using the running excuse or anything like that. But being a competitor, I understand it, because we need to do things like this. Even though we might be friends with guys and have relationships with them, you're still in the same sport, to where it's in most instances, it's only one championship. It's only one undisputed, to be honest with you, as far as the clear cut undisputed of that whole division. It's only one undisputed. So it's like, if you're gonna be in the same division, and then Shakur Stevens has flirted with going to 140 and said he won't leave 135 until he's finished business. It's a lot of unanswered questions and what ifs around this situation. But a good fight that could lead to a lot more other things. I think Hitchens and Shakur fighting could really change the game, because what people want to say about Shakur being boring or anything, they say that about Hitchens, but he hasn't been in a lot of boring fights recently. Lamo's fight, Paro fight, I'll tell you right now, they was letting their hands go. A lot of different styles in those fights, a lot of tactics. I thought the Hitchens and Paro fight was one of the most tactical fights that people don't really talk about. A lot of thoughts in that fight, a lot of inside fighting, outside fighting, switching styles, maneuvering, footwork, turning guys. So you won't find any guys that's jumping in the ring with a skill set like Hitchens. There are a lot of guys that are stepping in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. You might find a guy like De Los Santos, A lot of power punchers, guys who can box as well to have power, but just straight technicians in the ring that know how to counterpunch and when to deliver certain blows, go to the body. This is a guy that can get it done. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.